It's day 2 of our trip, and we're at the Wisconsin River. We're gonna try to catch some smallmouth bass. The conditions are looking pretty high right now. It's a beautiful spot. But this is the Wisconsin River here in Vilas County, and the water is looking like it's way up, and we were expecting a lot lower conditions, but we got to take what we can get. We haven't seen low water here in about 10 years now. It's been high every year, and when I was a kid and the water was low, even back in 2012 when I was in my 20s, we were just smashing smallmouth bass and walleyes, pike. So when the water's low, they pack into any deep hole they can and they're easier to find. But when the water's high, the fish spread out a lot more. But we're gonna try to catch some fish anyways. We'll see what we can do. I'm gonna start the day with the trusty Kitech. There's a lot of crayfish and bug life in this water that the bass like to eat. I've already saw a few crayfish take off. We were gonna rent a canoe today, but it's pretty windy out, and you have to canoe across a lake after you're on the river, then back into the river, and we don't feel like canoeing into the wind. So I just moved on the opposite side of the bridge. I was just fishing, not seeing any follows, not seeing any fish. This is a very fishy spot when there's low water. These fish are God knows where right now, probably tucked up against the banks. But you never know, there's probably something around here. Right now we're at Hawk's Nest Outfitters. It's a canoe place, and we're gonna rent a canoe, but it's windy today and we're not experienced canoers. My wife's only canoed when she was a kid, and I only canoed with my father. But we asked if we could access the river behind their store, and they were very nice and said go right ahead. So we threw our water shoes on. I used to hate these water shoes. They're body glove water shoes that we bought at Sam's Club. But I figured out when I took the laces off of them, they're super comfortable now. But yeah, we're gonna try to cast around in here and see if there's any fish. Right now the water's really ripping, but it's shallow enough to walk in. Those are the coolest looking dragonflies I have ever seen. Green bodies, black wings. Look at this. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Never seen those before. I saw blue ones and I saw the normal looking big ones you see, but never those green ones like that. My wife has the dragonfly on her hand actually.
Oh, I got him. Those are beautiful. Those colors are amazing.
This spot is usually absolutely killer if the water is low, but so far no bites. I've been trying to fish behind the boulders. I've been casting against the shorelines. Usually you can actually see fish swimming in here. I'm not even seeing red horse suckers, let alone smallmouth bass. So we're gonna go try another spot. Now we're fishing the river that flows into my grandparents' lake. It's just a little tiny river. And we've seen some small bass and a bunch of nice sized bluegills in here. We're gonna go out and do some pan fishing and some bass fishing today for a while, and probably do some musky fishing later on today. Tomorrow I'm gonna definitely be musky fishing more. Even though I want to get on some bass, like some good size ones. We caught a lot of smaller fish, but No sizable ones yet. I'm trying a little tiny Zara Spook topwater. Even though it's midday, it's not the best time of the day to fish topwater. If you're dealing with shallow water of any kind, topwater can be the trick. With the Zara Spook, oh! There you go.
I think that's the one that I had.
Oh man, that was a nice sized fish. With the Zara Spook topwater, I was gonna say, you just gotta keep twitching the rod tip while reeling and get a cadence going. It takes a little practice, but it makes that bait zigzag back and forth. Maybe they want some topwater today.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's a big catfish. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I hope my GoPro caught that.
A catfish? Or a bullhead?
Oh, I don't know. It might be a bullhead. He's in the log. See him?
Bullhead, hey?
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, he's right underneath that log.
He just came out and he went back in. That was so cool.
How big was he?
This is big.
That's a huge bullhead.
I thought it was a catfish because of how big he was. I was like, oh my god. That was the coolest thing. Just seeing him come out of there and go back in, I was like,
We are on the lake now, and we're gonna do some crappie fishing, some pan fishing. It's windier than hell right now, so I don't know if this tandem rig is gonna be the best thing, but I just gotta work it slower, keep it down. We're fishing a drop off right now, a weed bed, super shallow weeds in front of the boat. Right behind the boat, it's like 16 feet deep. Oh, I just had a hit. There we go. There's a crappie. We decided to change spots. We came back to a weed bed that we've done good in the past for crappies. It's just bluebird skies, barely any clouds. Pleasure boaters everywhere. Oh, there was a bite. Oh, you just had one? There we go. Maybe we're on to something now. Whoa, what is that, babe? Maybe you got a bass. She's using a bobber and Berkeley Gulp on a 32nd ounce jig. Oh, it's a big bluegill.
is it?
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Come on, babe.
I wasn't even.
Come on.
Not even.
Come on. That was like 10-inch bluegill. No. So we just lost 2 giant bluegills just using this Berkeley Gulp. And I'm gonna see if I can get some action here on this. I'm just using 2 little Berkeley Gulp maggots under a bobber, twitching the bobber around. And we're trying to work, here, can you pull that in, babe?
Yeah.
We're trying to work these shaded shorelines over here around these docks in about anywhere from 3 to 5 feet of water. And we've found a few bites, and when we hook up with them, they're huge bluegills. So Michelle lost a real monster. I lost one a second ago that was probably 8 inches. There we go. Got one. There we go. That's a nice gill. Hope I don't lose this one. There we go. That's a keeper. Good gill. So we're fishing another spot now. We got a lot of cover here. It's fighting. Oh yeah, that's a good gill. Look at how they swim in circles. There we go. I'll keep that one. Got one. There we go. Wacky worm. There we go. I knew there was something under that tree. Not a bad one, but... Huh? Oh! You got a fish. There you go.
I was like, what's going on with his father? So you do want it just sitting there, huh?
Well, we caught a fish. It wasn't even in the water barely. It was just under the boat. I think they're using our boat for shade, maybe. Aww. Look at the little guy. Man, hungry little bugger. Grow up. Oops. Totally missed my target, but that's alright. See, even pro fishermen miss sometimes. Pro fisherman error. So we have my wife over here catching bait. There we go. Oh, that was a good fish. Yeah, that was a good fish. There we go. Oh, that's a little one right there. But the other one felt bigger. There's a couple of them. I knew this dock could have them.
Oh, there he goes. There he is.
There you go. Don't lose them. There you go.
I saw him hit.
That'll flay. There we go. There we go. Oh, there. I wonder where the bass went. I thought it was a crappie.
That was that little one that was guarding the area.
These little... Oh, there you go. What do you got? Crappie. Don't horse them. Don't horse them. They got stuff. Okay. Whew.
I'm just trying to get him on the boat.
Oh, nice one. Oh. Nice fish, babe. Wow, that's a skinny crappie, but a long one. Oh, nice.
Pretty.
Very pretty pumpkin seed. I'm just tying on a tandem rig with two 1/64th ounce jigs. My wife is smashing the fish over here just with some Berkeley Gulp, but we found some crappies, so I figured I'd go with something that falls really slow and really gets them going. Look at that. That's a nice one, babe. That's a beautiful fish.
It is really nice.
That's a nice bluegill. That's the biggest one yet.
Yep.
There you go. Big bluegill. There you go. We got two keepers. Oh, here we go. Crappies. Oh, wow. I just freaking had two of them on at the same time for a second. Oh, I almost doubled it. That's why I like the tandem rig. You can sometimes catch two fish at a time. There we go.
That's a nice one.
That's playable. These jigs are so light, you don't cast them far, but they sink slowly and the crappies go nuts for them. I've been using these my whole life. I used to make them when I was a kid too. I would get the jigs at Reinke Brothers, paint them with jig paint and just tie. Look at that. As soon as it falls, I pull up and there's one there. Ooh, there's a nice one. Watch. I'll just do this. It's falling slowly. Nobody thinks about drop speed when it comes to crappie fishing. And this is like a perfect example. Oh, there it is. Oh, I had him. All I'm doing is just pulling it up and just letting those tiny jigs fall. This is something my dad taught me when I was a kid. It's good to have a good fisherman as a father, grandfather, or uncle, you know, or brother, because I've been teaching my brother oh, there we go, how to fish. There we go. That's a nice one. There we go. There's a heavy one. Yeah. That's a really nice crappie. Catching them on red and black. There we go. There we go. What is that? Big old crappie. The biggest one? Wow. That's a big one. There we go. Another crappie. We used to get giant crappies in this lake. 13 to 15 inches some days we'd be filling the basket up with, but this is a tourist lake, but it's always had a healthy crappie population, but it's for their size. They go up and down in recent years. Back in the 90s, holy crap, the early 2000s when I was a kid, they were huge. Every one of them was 12 inches plus. Get them in. Oh my God, that's the biggest crappie of the day.
She swallowed it.
You just tied that on. She just tied on a hair jig, chartreuse in red.
Yeah.
They're hitting hair jigs, man. They love their hair jigs out here. This is the hair jig she just caught that on. Just a red and chartreuse. Man, that one actually tore the hair up a little bit.
No.
I tied this probably when I was 12 years old.
It just takes forever. There we go.
Smashing them.
Got another decent crappie here on that color. Here we go.
All right, we got a lot of crappies and bluegills right here. We're still gonna catch more. My wife just hooked another one. There you go, babe. Yeah, that one's a little, he'll flay. I guess. Nice. We've been catching a lot of crappies. My grandparents will be happy to have a fish fry. Oh, there we go. Right away. Wait, is this two? Oh, two of them.
Oh my God, you have two.
Got two of them.
Yes.
Double freaking header.
They're both too small, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're still
That's
awesome.
a double header.
Oh shoot, I lost mine.
I told you I know how to find crappies in this lake. That's a nice one. That is a nice one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can't lose it.
That's a big one. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Good.
That's a really good one.
There we go. Ooh, that one jumped like a bass. He'd never jump. He really wanted to escape. He's like, I'm not going in your frying pan. Another jumper.
I know. Oh my gosh.
That's a
Come
big
back.
one. Nice work. Oh, I got one. Double header. Look at that face he's making. What the heck?
Oh yeah, that one's a deformed.
That's a nice one.
Oh man.
That's a good one. There we go. So we have 17 panfish. We're just working for 3 more, then we're going in, eating dinner, and then we're gonna go out evening, nighttime muskie fishing. We're gonna try to catch what eats these crappies. I'm surprised we haven't had a muskie or pike rip one off, because almost every time they're biting like this, there's definitely a muskie in this area. If you find the crappies, you found the muskies. There we go. This will make up for the one that I dropped in the water, I hope, if I don't lose it. That's a nice one. This is just typical Northwoods crappie fishing. You find cabbage weeds, you find docks, rafts. Early in the year, you can find them in bulrushes. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. That's a keeper. Ooh. Oh, man.
Come back.
You put them in the tail almost.
He
There you go.
did a backflip on himself.
The guy just blew his... There we go. Double header. This is a key. Oh,
No.
they're both keepers. We just smashed the crappies. That was a crazy good crappie bite. I'm really happy we found them. We got our 20, and well, we got 18 crappies, 2 bluegills, and my grandparents will be very happy because they have a couple fish fries coming, and we might even have a fish fry this week. But we're going in for dinner now. We're gonna try for muskies this evening, like I was saying earlier in the video. we had a good session. It started out slow. Sorry about this. I got a lot of slime on the camera lens. That means you were catching fish. But we just left a good crappie bite. They were just biting on every cast because the sun is getting lower in the sky and we got to eat dinner and get back out. So let's make this happen. Let's hopefully we can end this day with a giant muskie in the boat, maybe 2 of them or something, maybe a double header or something. I already caught 2 fish at the same time on a tandem rig today, and we've had plenty of double headers. So let's double header on some muskies. That would be something. It's happened to people before, but you can't even expect a muskie. You just got to get out, fish them, try your best. Sometimes it happens. And that's what gives you the fever. That is an old mess of crappies. Look at all of them. Yeah. We did good. We're gonna go out muskie fishing now. Hopefully something bites, because it's that prime time, sunset into the night. Never know, so we're gonna go. Throwing this walleye colored regular size bulldog. My wife's throwing a silver and white number 7 bucktail that I made. Ooh, there's a muskie. There's a muskie. Wasn't that big. It was like probably 36. Just saw a muskie, guys. Oh, I just had him. I had him. Dude, he had that bait in his mouth, dude. So we had 1 muskie hit and follow, and we were only fishing for like, what, 10 minutes? Not even. I'm using 8.5 foot heavy action and extra heavy action muskie rods. Combination of Gander Mountain rods and St. Croix. Gander Mountain is not around anymore. I think it's Gander World or something. But they made really good gear, and I bought a lot of it when Gander Mountain was around. But I'm using Calcutta and Trans Shimano reels. Shimano Calcutta B. I wish I had the TE, but I got the B models and I got the Trans HG and the normal Trans. I just love those reels. I love the Calcutta too, but I like the comfort of throwing a Trans. Alright guys, it's almost dark out now, so I'm gonna try to film a little bit more, and then I'm gonna save some. We got 35% battery on one camera, 22% battery on the other. Forgot our batteries back at home. I bitch pissed and moaned about it a little bit. What is this? Walleye. Yeah. I knew there was something sitting over the shallow weeds. I just said it too. Look at that. Nice walleye.
Very nice. So we can get a picture on shore.
Well, we are back in the cottage right now, and we're trying to be quiet, but Mr. Walleye right here decided to bite tonight, and I caught a nice walleye, which my grandparents will enjoy eating. I lost a muskie. I think we caught a couple small bass that we didn't get on camera, but it was a decent night. It was fun, but we're gonna get some sleep now, and we'll see you guys in the morning.